Welcome to Fit for Life with Karen. I hope you feel like exercising today, and we are going to do strictly balance exercises. When you're doing these balance exercises, you'll also be strengthening yourself. You might be stretching yourself a little bit too, but I think we need to concentrate on it because there are so many things that play into poor balance. One of them is leg weakness, for one thing, and you can improve your balance at almost, I would say, any age if you're able to do it. So there are so many things. Some things are easy that we can do to improve our balance. Some take a little more effort. So today we're going to try 10 of them. That's why I'm calling the show The Terrible Tens. And I'm going to give you at least 10 reasons to do it, why we really need to do it, and what contributes to poor balance. All right, the things that get in the way, again, are leg weakness. So we're probably going to do our sit-stand first when we get up to exercise and do our balance exercises. A vitamin D deficiency. Why? Because vitamin D helps your body absorb calcium, which strengthens your bones. So that makes sense to me. Also, prescription and over-the-counter drugs like tranquilizers, sedatives, antidepressants, all of these things can contribute to poor balance. Not drinking enough water, dehydration. So keep that in mind. We have to continue to drink water sometimes when we don't feel like doing it. Talk to your doctor first, see what he says about it. Also, believe it or not, visual and hearing problems contribute to poor balance. You can understand visual. Why hearing? Because sometimes you are concentrating so hard on staying erect and not falling, and you can't hear things around you, so you don't know if you're crossing a street. You can't hear the car beeping. So just keep that in mind. Have your hearing checked, and if you do need a hearing aid, don't be embarrassed because you can hardly see them, and some of them you can't see at all. But it's really important that you're hearing things correctly and hearing these emergency sounds that we need to hear all the time. Also, foot pain. A lot of us have arthritis in our feet. Poorly fitting shoes, shoes that aren't holding your foot sturdy and stiff and straight where they should be, especially when you're exercising. And that's why you really should always wear a tie shoe when you're exercising. All right. Poor lighting contributes to falling. And I've been kind of updating some of my lights at home too, and it does make a difference. It's not that we're losing our vision, but it does dim a little bit with age, doesn't it? Also, bifocals. If you're using bifocals and you're going downstairs, when you're looking downstairs, when your eyes are looking down, and then you straighten and look straight ahead, it gets confusing and it confuses your brain a little bit. So be careful of that. Bifocals, or tris actually. Throw rugs, wiring on the floor, magazines on the floor. Just be careful, especially if you have hardwood floors. So these are just some of the things that contribute to poor balance. But we are going to do some strength training, having strength in your legs and practicing different situations will help to improve your balance a little bit. So before we start, I have our 2 thoughts for the day here. It says, he who is calm, not me, he who is calm and happy will hardly feel the pressure of age. But to him who is of an opposite disposition, youth and age are equally a burden. Keep that in mind. If you are a type A and you fluster easily, do your yoga breathing, put on some relaxing New Age music, something that relaxes you. The second, that was Plato, by the way. I think we know who Plato was. One more, and this is Cicero. I wonder if they lived at exactly the same time. I don't know. He was an orator and a statesman. And he says, I am profoundly grateful to old age, which has increased my eagerness for conversation and taken away that for food and drink. And if you feel that way, you may not be getting proper nutrition. So you can kind of take that one with a grain of salt. So I have my water here, And for our other shows, we'll use bands and weights for strength. Now we're going to just be working with our body. So I'm going to move my chair back just a little bit. We will be standing for the 10 exercises, 9 actually, because we're going to come forward in the chair and we're going to strengthen our legs right now. You're just going to get up, put your hands right up here, and you're going to sit back down again. Watch those knees. And up again. And we usually do at least 8 of these. If you want to do 10, that's fine. And we'll get up again. And 3. Even if you can just do 2. Maybe in a week or so you'll be able to do 4 or 6 or 8 or even 10. But you will see a difference if you're consistent. I'm not sure what this is, but we'll say it's 6. Let's do 7. Do you feel stronger or just tired right now? Again, just do what you can do. Any movement, almost any movement is better than just sitting all day. And we all know how dangerous that is, right? So we've done our sit-stand. Come to the side of your chair. It's a good idea when we're using our chair, which is quite a bit of the time, to have arms on the chair. It's safer. And it also works with the exercise, some of the exercises that we're doing, all right? Now this one, I don't know if we've done this together before. Make sure you're not out here. You're nice and straight, shoulders down, get that posture, pull that chin in just a little bit. Put the heel to the toe. Okay, nice and tall. Make sure your weight is distributed evenly, so you're not back here and you're not here in the front. Feet are flat, just for a minute here. Hold on with one hand if you have to. See if you can let go and balance. This looks like it might be really, really easy, but it's not for everyone. And when I turn my head like that, you see it throws me off. All right, let's try the other side. I'm going to put one foot in front of the other, just as we did before. And then this one is going to be a little trickier for me because that is my weaker leg. My left leg is my weaker leg. So what do you think? Easy? Difficult? But you are practicing good balance in a position that you're not comfortable with and that you're not used to. Let's try it again. We'll put the other foot in front. So that would be toe to heel or heel to toe, whatever you want to call it. All right, and whoops. Gee, maybe my legs are getting tired just trying to do this. How are you doing? I wish I could see all of you. Hold on with one hand if you have to. It's still a little bit of exercise to help you maintain your balance. We're going to put the other foot in front. Good. Nice and tall. You have to work at it. Good. But I'm starting to round, so let's just pull that upper body right out of the lower body, nice and tall. Let's take a breath together all the way up. And just exhale, just to relax for a few seconds. Good. Bend those knees a little bit. All right, now we're going to do something I know we haven't done before, and this can also be done in a chair. So sometimes when I'm teaching a yoga class, we do this kind of stretching. All you're going to do is drop your chin down. Now you can hold on or not. And now look up at the ceiling. And now look straight. I think most of you can just stand here, right? Now you're going to turn your head. Good. No problem here, right? And then to the other side. Good. Watch that posture. Pull those shoulders down. Make sure your weight is over the entire foot, if you can possibly feel that. And then we'll go to the other side. And then come back. But let's look up again like we did when we started, all the way up. Just looking up at the ceiling. Don't try to drop your head back. Just looking up. You're kind of on an angle here. And then down. You're also getting a nice stretch on the back of your neck. Good. And then we'll bring the head up. Now I want us to do both exercises one more time. Let's come forward just a little bit. I'd rather you were forward for this if you have to be. rather than back on your heels, because that's when we start to lose our balance. So you're going to look up, down, we're going a little faster, turn, follow me, I'm your mirror, you look as if you're looking in a mirror, so we're all going in the same direction and to the other side. Now just doing that can throw your balance off. You could be walking along, and someone might talk to you, you hear a sound, you're going to turn, and you don't want to lose your balance doing that. So just these little things are really important. Good. All right, now, we're going to do something really simple. You can get behind your chairs for this one. I'm just going to turn the chair. And now we have done this one before. This will strengthen your lower leg, your ankle, your foot, your calf, your gastrocnemius, right? Lifting those heels up, putting the heels down, and up. Let go with one hand. Up again, that's 3. The other hand, 4. Just this simple exercise will help to strengthen your lower leg. Very important. Good. You can both hands, or you could try one without holding on. Up and down. We want to do at least 10 of these, and 2 sets is better than 1, but we have other things to do today. But what you're doing is you're contracting those muscles, the gastrocnemius, your calf muscle. So we want to stretch up just a little bit. Stretch that lower leg out. Stretch those calves out. We're just going to bend the knees a little bit. Your feet are straight. They're just parallel here. Can you balance here? I think most of you can. Good. Stay there, stay there, stay there. Pull that chin back a little, shoulders down, nice and tall. Good. All right. Then you're going to come back up. For a better stretch, I'm going to have you come forward a little bit. Put one foot in back. Your feet are flat on the floor. And now bend both knees. You'll get a little bit better stretch. Good. Can you balance? Not bad. Good. Let's do the other side. We'll put the other foot in back. Try to hold for 10 seconds at least. 15 is better. Bending both knees, shoulders down, nice and tall. So you're not here and you're not there. You're just kind of straight. Pull that chin in. Your feet are flat. See if you can balance here. How about this? Hello, and back. Good. Bring those arms down. Now we're going to shake those legs out a little bit. Now for the best stretch, or one of the best stretches for the calf muscle, you're just going to point this one we've done. Ball of the foot comes down. Remember, you're really going to feel this one. Push yourself up, heel down, nice and tall. Front knee is bent. Make sure you can still see the front part of your foot. Your knee actually should be over the ankle, but I don't think that's enough of a lunge. So just push forward, nice and tall. You'll feel a stretch. You'll also feel a stretch below the calf muscle. All right, on the soleus muscle. Let go with one hand. You know we've done this one a lot because it's a great one. It does a lot of things. It stretches, it strengthens, and improves our balance and our posture. If those shoulders are down. See if you can balance. What do you think? How about just one arm off? Good. All right. Shake that out a little bit. Now the other side, the other leg, you're going to point, glue that toe to the floor, ball of the foot, pull the heel down, front knee is bent, pull yourself up and make sure you can still see the front part of the foot. Nice and tall. You can bring the chair forward if you want to. All right. Stretching the calf. If you don't feel a stretch, you go back a little bit more. Now I can feel it better, yes. Nice and tall. All right, one hand off. Can you do 2? And then just switch if you want, great. All right, and then we'll come back up, and you're gonna shake that foot out. Wonderful. All right, now the next one, it takes a little bit of ingenuity, or maybe just guts. Who knows? We're going to lunge forward. You can hold on if you want. And then you can go back and lunge. Try it again with me. Forward and back. Again, forward and back. Now try it without holding on if you can. Forward, just take a small step. If you can't do the big step. And back. Hands on your hips this time. Forward. Good. And back. Great. And the more you do it, you'll see the better it will be. And back. Again. And forward. Try to do at least 8. And back. Wonderful. Shake those legs out a little bit. Let's hold on. Lift those knees up. This too is good for balance. Just marching in place. Up, 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 and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Good. Bend both knees. We have to do the other leg. Hands on your hips right off the bat. Forward, and back, and forward, and back. How are you doing? And then as you get more sure of yourself, you can do a bigger lunge. And back. Do it again. And forward. And back. And forward. If you have to hold on, that's okay. And back. Do a couple more because you're still getting a nice stretch and a nice strengthener here too. How did you do on that? Pretty good? All right. So it's up, up, up. 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do 10 and 9 and 10. So you're strengthening your legs here and you're strengthening your balance if you're not holding on. But it can be done holding on too. So up. And you will notice if you do these enough, and if you want, just write them down so that you can remember some of them. Again, we've done so many of them. Not all of them, though. Some of this is new for us today. But all right, let's do a little stretch. Just come to the side of your chair, like this, like it was before, and I'm a little too far away, so I want you to be nice and straight and shoulders down. Pull that chin in nice and tall. Just cross over. We're going to stretch your back just to relieve a little bit of that tension. Just drop forward, that's all. Drop. You can keep your head up. You don't ever have to drop your head down if you don't want to. You can touch your knee or let the arm just hang down. This is a great stretch. I love this one. I really do. All right, you're going to come back up now. So now we're basically working on posture. Your posture counts too with falls prevention. Keep that in mind. If you're walking around like this, you're much more apt to fall than if you have good posture, right? Reaching up, pushing those hips forward a little bit. Ah, wonderful. I know you can feel this because you're not used to doing that. So you might feel a little bit of soreness in your back. We have 2 legs, so we have to do the other side, right? I think I might be a little too far. I'm going to move in a little bit. Cross over, that's all. You're still holding on. This is for a stretch more than balance, but if your back is straight, it will improve your balance. But you're going to come forward, keep your head up so we can stretch the back. Lower back, upper back, back of your legs. Good. Stay there, stay there. Okay, and now all the way up. So this part's kind of easy, but don't arch the back. You're going to tuck that pelvis under a little bit, or think of pushing your hips forward. It doesn't come easily because you're not used to doing that. So you're reaching up and you're doing a nice back bend. This is wonderful for your posture. There's so many things involved in proper posture, but strength training is definitely one of the big ones. All right, now we're going to try something else too. I think I'm going to have you get behind your chair just in case you need to grab it, okay? And we're going to do something called rocking, all right? I don't know if you can see me. Let me do this. Let me do this first. Rocking, rocking. Back and forth. Lift your heel up. Doesn't this feel good to do this? It's graceful. It's almost aerobic, isn't it? and 4 and 5 and 6. So you're becoming dancers now. So that's kind of easy. We'll do about 100 of those. Is that okay? Yeah. I'm only kidding. Back and forth. Toe. So your heel is up, 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 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Now we're going to try that rocking. Stay behind your chair, especially if you feel you need to. But I want you to lift the foot up. Lift the foot up off the floor. 3. Just something new, something different we haven't done before. If you're doing it behind the chair, it will look like this. But if you're holding on, of course, it's going to be easier. But you're still getting a good stretch there in your leg. You're still contributing to your balance exercises. So just try those things. Both arms to the opposite side. What do you think? 4 and 5. So it's kind of good for your hip too, I would think. 6, 7, 8, 9. Now I really feel that in my lower back and in the hips. So let's relax for a little. Just drop forward. Let those arms hang down. Yeah, that feels good. Do what you want with your arms. Make some circles. Good. Getting a good workout today. All the way up. Now, bend your knees and bring the arms back. All the way up. And bring those arms back. Good. Up again. We'll do 8 of them. So this is 4. Great overall stretch. 5. Oh, it's almost aerobic, I would say. Using the heart and the lungs. Good. And here. And there. Wonderful. Now that your posture has improved, I won't say 100%, but it has improved, believe it or not. Do what you can remember or write it down. Okay. Now, I may have mentioned a long time ago that we should be able to avoid a fall, balance for 15 seconds. That's a lot. I read an article once that said most people over 80 can't do this for 2 seconds, so I don't know how true that is. They did the research. By the way, Tai Chi is excellent for balance. Why? Because you're strengthening your legs, and those knees are bent a lot in Tai Chi. It's done standing. It's called meditation in motion. Tai Chi is wonderful. I hope you're taking a course or a class. Do it. Great for falls prevention. It's been proven that you can not fall. You don't have to worry that much about falling. It's improved people's balance 48%. Now, I don't know exactly how many classes this was, how long this course was, but just, take all these little tidbits and just think about them and just know that you are doing something for yourself. But you've got to take control of your own life. If you do nothing, you're going to deteriorate in many ways. So again, Tai Chi is great for balance. Just walking in the park, walking on a street corner, dancing in front of a television. All these things will improve your balance. So I should stop talking. Let's lift that heel up, but your toe is still on the floor, isn't it? If you have to hold on, you're going to do it. To start anyway, just lift that leg up and see how you can do there. See if you can balance. Here, oops, I'm trying, working on it, tucking under. All right, we'll put the foot down. This one I'm not too sure. Let's lift the heel up nice and tall, tuck under, and you see the left side is weaker, so it's really harder to balance. But we should be able to do at least 4 seconds. So I'd like you to kind of practice this on your own, maybe when you finish this class. Just arms out, nice and tall, shoulders down. Make sure you're not too forward. Make sure you're not back. Shoulders down again. Lift up. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Did anyone do 8 today? 4 is great, because maybe before that you couldn't do you couldn't do that at all. So just, start real slow, even if it's for 2 seconds. 1, 2, put it down. Try it again. Oh, 1, 2, 3. See, it does work, but you have to do it. It's so exciting. Arms out. We just don't want to take that first fall or a second fall. You definitely don't want to take a second fall. You know after one that you have to do something about it. And one of the worst things about it is head injuries. And that we don't need that. That contributes to a lot of stuff that we have to deal with after a fall. The cost of a fall and physical therapy and things like that is huge. So I should not have done that. I should have sat without holding on. I'm going to do that. Okay. See the difference? I really hope you get something out of this or got something out of it. And just watch it again or take notes. Right now we're going to do nothing. How's that? Nothing. Nothing at all. Sitting up, relaxing. When I say sitting up, I mean we're just straight. We're not coming forward. You're going to take a breath with me all the way up through your nose, holding, and exhale through your mouth. And when you exhale, just tighten your abdomen a little bit. You don't have to pull it in, just tighten it, drop that chin right down, good. And then you're going to bring your head back up and just relax for a minute. All right, you're going to turn your head to one side and then back to the other side, good. It's almost time to go, isn't it? So always make sure to relax afterwards. Do a couple of yoga breaths to calm yourself down a little bit. Have a cup of tea. They say green tea is wonderful for us. Maybe you're doing that already. I want to thank you for joining me today. And we'll be back. Got a lot of things in my mind that I want to do for you. Sometimes it's something different. So thanks for joining us, and I will see you next time. Namaste.